Hey guys, how's it going? So this is Scrap Metal, my homemade race car. Today I'm going to be working on trying to get it running again. Recently put in a new motor that I got off my buddy, and we got it going, we got it running. I went out, did a race a couple of months ago and had a laundry list of things to fix, so I started working on those, got those fixed, and then I put in a new fuel pump last weekend, and after putting in the new fuel pump she just wouldn't start, so I'm gonna have a quick look now and see if I can figure out why she doesn't want to start. So first things first, I'm just going to give it a whirl and see if it'll actually start now. Okay, so that's better than it did last time. Last time it wouldn't even start at all. Sounds like I'm maybe not getting enough fuel in there. Okay, so a good way to check if there's enough fuel is put in a little bit of a starter fluid. Anyway, it's got a little bit of a fuel leak from where I put in the fuel pump last time. Yeah, the fuel pump's located here, if you can see, just in front of the fuel pump. I've got a little drip, so I need to figure out why that is leaking. So we'll turn her off. Okay, so in order to get that fixed, I'm going to get this wheel jacked up. One thing that's a bit of a concern with this is that it worked when it didn't work last time, so hopefully it doesn't have an intermittent issue which is going to cause problems in the future. It's always a good idea when you're taking the wheels off to loosen them before you get them up in the air. That's what I call a tire. Okay, I'm going to turn the fuel pump back on so I can get an idea of where exactly it's leaking from. Basically, there's this hose here just isn't connecting very well. Ideally, I think I need to replace it because it wasn't particularly good before, and it was, I don't know, just showing its age. I was running ethanol through it, and I don't know if that fuel pump is specific for ethanol, which means it might be wearing out a little prematurely. So fortunately I have a piece of hose that might work. Yeah, if you're cutting the hose, it's ideal to kind of wrap it around with some electrical tape or similar, and then you can cut through it and it keeps all the threads nice. So anyway, I'm gonna Alright guys, so I've just replaced this fuel line here. Basically this is a brand new fuel pump that I put in, which is it's a 380 litres per minute, gallons per minute, whatever it is. So let me show you what's going on in here. So this is a fuel pump, a fuel filter. The fuel tank is at the back there. I put the fuel tank there to get my weight distribution towards the rear. When I used to be in E-mod, we could weigh a little bit more, and I had 57% on the rear, which I think is, you know, pretty good weight distribution. When I moved down a weight, I'd previously had a load of ballast on the back, so I got a lot of that removed because I couldn't be lighter. Now I think I've only got around 54 to 55%, which is still pretty good, but I'd like a little bit more. As soon as I've got the back off, I'll let you look at what we got. So this is a diff. This is out of a 1989 Toyota Supra. It's a 1.5 way clutch type diff. Pretty cool bit of kit. These are good for about 900 horsepower. It's probably well overpowered for my car, but you know, it's good reliability. Hopefully shouldn't ever have any issues with it. Custom drive shaft that I made. The suspension was in order to put on the big sticky fat tyres, which you can see on the floor there. These are 15-inch wide tyres and a 15-inch tall. They're actually 26 inches tall, but it's a 15-inch rim. So in order to get them to fit, I had to make space here. So the tyre can come in without making the car massively wide. So we've got this push rod system where basically the weight of the car goes on this push rod, which pushes into here and then transfers to the shock, which comes across the top. As you can see, I've got multiple holes here which allow me to change the motion ratio. So if I move this down, it's more load, so it gives the shock more strength. Same here, moving it down. So at the moment I actually have the highest motion ratio, which is about a 1.4. Yeah, the motion ratio is about 1.4, which means that this spring, the shock, moves 1.4 times the amount that the wheel moves. So if the wheel goes up an inch, the shock will move about 1.4 inches. Typically in a car, most street cars are going to be around 0.7. So if your wheel moves an inch, the shock will move 0.7. Well, the more movement you can give the shock, the more control it has over the wheel. So this is a really nice suspension setup. If you look at like Formula 1 cars, they have stuff like this. Most race cars, a lot of race cars, higher end race cars have stuff like this, and some ridiculously expensive street cars will too. So anyway, I spilt a bit of fuel, so I'm a little reluctant to start it up. at the moment. So yeah, so I'm going to give it a good clean, and then I will come back a little bit later and then fire it up, because as you can see it's kind of full of crap in here. I don't normally have this stuff out, so as soon as it's open, give it a good clean, and then I can come back, and then hopefully she'll be starting, and then I think she'll be ready to go race. Alright, let's see if she is working. It's weird, I wonder if it's a starter issue. Like something in the setup. I think the issue is the tune. When we got it tuned, the fuel pump was dying. So I think now it's probably going like this. I don't know, it's not running well, so I think I need to get in and mess with the tune. Yeah, I think I need to get in and mess with the tune. And for now, I guess when I want to start it, I'll just spray a bit of magic spray in the intake. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.